Hello, I Heart Exploding here, and I actually got a funny question from Connor. He's one of my friends who I'm trying to lure over here with my van and my candy. No, I'm kidding. I actually was trying to find out when he has time off because, he's one of my friends that actually just lives like a city over and needs to hang out with me after con and between cons because he's awesome. Connor asked me to explain and talk about how horrifying it is that cartoon characters that are promoting cereal are exploited and chased around by children and stuff. So let's start with the Lucky Charms leprechaun. First of all, I know a bunch of Irish people, and though while I admit I would pay them to say the phrases about Lucky Charms, um, I don't know none of them are leprechauns, and if they were, I'm pretty sure that they would curse them for trying to abuse them and steal their Lucky Charms cereal because that's kind of like the leprechaun's pot of gold is his Lucky Charms stuff. So it's like you would turn into the Warwick Davis leprechaun is what would happen. That's what happens when you mess with that leprechaun cereal, okay, dude? You do not take a leprechaun cereal. It's kind of like touching a black man's radio on rush hour. You just don't do that. That's kind of like you just don't argue with women, especially when they're naked, because you will lose. Uh, so yeah, they shouldn't be. I mean, and a leprechaun could beat them with. They have like the walking stick things. I don't know. I'm not Irish or Celtic or anything, so I don't really know. But I think they have like a stick that's like for walking. They will beat you with it. I don't really know what it's for. But don't you mess with that leprechaun because he has one, because he is still Irish, even though he's a leprechaun. So, you should not take the leprechaun's Lucky Charms, and it's terrible that they are chasing around this poor Irish American, I believe, leprechaun, and trying to steal his cereal from him. That could be the only thing that leprechaun has to eat, and he could have a litter of leprechaun babies, and you wouldn't know about it. So when you take them, he will turn into Warwick Davis leprechaun and probably bite you. And you know what happens when a leprechaun bites you. We learned this in Leprechaun 2 or 3. I forget. I've watched so many of them that they all just run together, except for Leprechaun in Space. That shit was just funny. So anyway, oh, and Leprechaun in the Hood. That shit was just funny too. Leprechauns bite you. So say the leprechaun will bite you because you're trying to take a cereal. You start to turn into a leprechaun. That's what it's like. Werewolf rules. So if a leprechaun bites you because you tried to take his cereal, he has his rights to bite you because you tried to steal his cereal. That is his property. The same thing with people who are fighting over certain rights, which I don't think any of our rights should be taken away. So I kind of agree with, like, you shouldn't fucking take that leprechaun cereal either because it's kind of like the same thing. You're coming on his territory and taking his cereal away from him and saying that it's yours because you found it. No, that's not okay. And the other one was that he pointed out was the Trix rabbit. Because I don't think any other ones are exploited as bad. I think the bee kind of gets made fun of, but the bee still is like a positive thing with it. I totally need to find a peppermint though. My stomach is feeling this weird. I hate eating. That is not a peppermint. I could have swore I had some. So let me eat this peppermint on camera for you guys. A new trick. No, I'm kidding. I just really need to eat it. I think my blood sugar's low. Sorry. Sticking on my teeth. Oh my god. This is terrible. At least my blood sugar won't be low. Pardon me. I have to do this. Okay, here we go. okay, most of it's gone. Anyway, yeah, I can tell sometimes when I start to get low blood sugar because I start getting dizzy and stuff. It's probably time for me to eat lunch. Damn it, I'm making this video first. Anyway, the Trix rabbit. When I was a little kid, I don't know how long Trix has existed, first of all. I did not go do my research. I'm just here to tell you about exploitation of cereal mascots. The Trix rabbit. When I was a little kid, the commercials was about the rabbit owning a Trix factory where he made the Trix and gave them to kids and stuff. And I didn't have cable for like years and years. Like I would get it. It would come and go because we were very poor. But you know, we were allowed to do. Sorry, we were allowed to do most things. But like cable TV was the only time you really got to see those commercials. So like, you know, skip 10 to something years ahead, and we finally get to see cable TV again. And then suddenly the Trix rabbit does not own making Trix, and the kids are stealing the Trix from the rabbit or saying that they're theirs, and they're like, silly rabbit, Trix are for kids, and it's just like, but I remember when the rabbit made the Trix, so I'm confused. So they're constantly chasing this rabbit around and won't give him any cereal at all, and the cereal is now shaped like berries and fruits and stuff, which is probably what rabbits would eat anyway. So they're depriving this poor rabbit of his natural resources of food and a product that he once used to make as well. So yeah, that's pretty awful if you think about it. I mean, I don't think the rabbit's treated as bad as a leprechaun, but still, they chase this rabbit around and steal food from him, is what happens. So, I mean, I think Warwick Davis Leprechaun getting mad because you stole his pot of Lucky Charms is probably way worse of a retaliation, but I'm sure the rabbit could be like the Monty Python rabbit. Eventually that rabbit will get fed up and will just start eating you. And I think that's all I gotta say about the cereal mascots. And I was asked a question, of course, by guess who? Pippin. And Pippin asked me something about poop. I don't even remember what it was, but it doesn't even matter what the question was. I'm not even going to go look it up because Pippin always asks you something stupid about unicorn poop. Because that's Pippin. So Pippin, I'm sorry, but unicorns poop rainbows. So you can't, it's not like regular poop, and you can't, you know, take a picture of it and submit it to ratemypoo.com or any of those weird fucking sites if they still exist. So yeah, you just have to look for rainbows, and that's unicorn poop. And I think that's all until I check my random accounts to see what people have sent. The last one is about cosplay, which I will keep out of this one because this one was made to be funny. I'm a little bit loopy, and I apologize. Let's see. I already told like the Alice in Wonderland story, so I can't even. So that one's told. So yeah, I think it was just cereal and unicorn poop for this one. So I heart exploding out. Bye guys.